Alright, damn it. Is life? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone? There's no one here. I'm all alone. All alone, all alone. Alright, let's go to Discord. I have two Discords open. Brave, I'll take, I guess. Ask yourself. There you go. There's two Discords. Announcement? Anything about me? Banks wishes to debate the following proposition. You have a moral obligation to not let your pet outside if you are not able to prevent them from eating other animals. Well, there's no morality, so the way I would defeat this proposition is by asking for evidence that there is any morality. There's no evidence from. What is your evidence for this? You have a moral obligation. What's your evidence? What's your evidence that I have a moral obligation? Join Journal VC to listen and engage in the debate. There's when? This is today, 20 minutes ago. So there's, moo, a lot of people. A lot of people. A lot of people. And on my stream, there's no one. Wait, let's check the audio. Mic check. Mic check. Let me see if there is a good audio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. The audio is good, but no one is here. That's good. It's always a good thing to be alone. I think the morning shows are less popular. That's my intuition. Intuition. I have an intuition. Let me close the other Discord. I don't need it. This book, I need to do something about this book. All right. So let's start by taking, as usual, the link to my debate topics and going to Discord and spreading the word that I'm looking for a debate partner. So here we go. So this guy, anyone up for a debate about anything, including the current proposition? They have a current proposition going. The way I would attack my debate partner is by asking, well, what is your evidence that, quote, I have a moral obligation? That's how I would attack it. Anyway, you're welcome. Whatever. Okay, the vegan cults. Whoa, since yesterday, no responses. But is there anyone online right now? No, there's no one here. Wait, no unreads? There's unreads? I don't know what that's about. KFC, is there anyone on KFC? No one here. And this is from yesterday, no one responded. Whatever. Let me put this here. We don't need this. We don't need this. Wait, can you see it? Still no one? Oh, one person. Thank God. But who is it? Is it me? Am I the one person? By the way, we went down from 100 subscribers to 96. We're bleeding subscribers. We're losing the battle. We are losing the battle. No one wants to listen to me debating. That's so sad. So sad. All right, let's continue. There it is. So, yeah, let's take this, copy this, paste it. Let's see if we get a response. Discord debate. I think most of these servers are dead. on arrival. Maybe this one is not as dead. Oh, they delete my comment because they don't like my link, I guess. Delete the link. Just anyone up for a debate about anything. On this server, there's no one. There's nothing going on. Is next. So this is, I added this server last night. This is the, what's her name? Erudite. This is Erudite's server. I just you can DM to send a message directly. All mods without publicizing your issue. Feel free to also wait. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is better so you can see the girl's face. It's nice. She has a nice face, like very relaxing. That's the nice thing about women. They're very relaxing. Like when you look at a woman's face, it's very relaxing. You can DM. All right. Community announcements. Shameless. Roles. Open waiting room. Can I just join the open waiting room? I guess. All right. So that's a good thing. Let me leave. But where is the general chat? Do they have a general chat? Community announcements. Probably I cannot post in community announcements, right? Shameless roles. So there's no general chat. That's weird. So oh, there it is, general. Okay, that's the general text chat. So let me post this, but it's probably gonna get cleared out as soon as I post it. No, survived. All right. Next. So Moxie server, nothing new from since yesterday. That's not good. All right. Vegan World usually. Oh, there's people in Vegan World. That's perfect. We should just go to Vegan World every morning. Okay, let's walk in quietly. See if we can pick up someone for a debate. You know what? Maybe before that we should. Yeah, all chat. Let me post it here. Will I be able to post? Yeah, survived. All right, let's go into pig.
So I don't know. To be honest, like I've just been making things that I don't need that for. Yeah.
If it is what I think it is, I could actually make pearls out of them. I could make like boba pearls out of it.
Yeah, that could be used. I'm sure. Although they usually actually use tapioca powder, which comes from.
Okay. Hello, Melt Gaze. Do you want to debate? Melt Gaze is not currently active. We need to go back to pig and just yell out if somebody wants to debate us.
I can't.
Boba hater detected.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Hey, can I please interrupt for a second? I'm looking for anyone to debate me on anything. I'm streaming right now for an hour. Anybody interested?
Streaming what exactly?
I'm streaming on YouTube,
Ah.
Discord. I'm looking for debates, looking to debate people.
I will debate you, but if it's on YouTube, I cannot. Sorry.
Why?
Don't like that. Yeah, I don't like being watched. Feels creepy for me. Yeah.
I'm watching you right now, buddy.
Anyway, I mean,
Yeah.
you have no expectation of privacy when you're on Discord. Basically, everybody can.
True.
Anyway, so anybody else wants to debate anything? I have a list of topics that I posted.
You actually have a list.
Where did you put it in the chat of pigs?
Yeah, in the chat of Pig, you can see Mr. Slave debate topics.
Anything good?
I mean, you're welcome to suggest anything besides what I.
Mathematically.
Yeah.
I'm not
Mathematically.
looking at
Mathematically, what?
What do you
list
mean?
out the what do you want to do?
Wait.
What do I want to do?
Wait,
Yeah.
number 14. Science is a scam. What is that?
Science trademark.
Science is a scam?
Science trademark is a scam.
I'm
What
not sure
science
about the
trademark?
trademark though.
I've never heard of a science trademark. That's totally new. to me.
The number. Hold on. The number 4. Ooh, baby.
What?
In relation to the happiness levels between this and that. This is interesting.
Yeah,
Science
Happiness studies
trademark.
I debated
not
someone
good.
last night. I mean, I have a
I had to-
good record. I like many actual super vegans concede.
Super vegans.
Like you know, the
Yeah.
super vegans. Like vegans, like the
Super vegans.
they
Do
Uh,
you know who the Nutrivore is? You can probably he'd probably be open to debate.
like if you're going for full on like big brain debate, sure.
Maybe debate
sure.
Philip here. I think he's a good,
I
good
think
debater.
number 4 it's a bit sussy though. Because
no,
I can link it back to science in the relation to longevity and say that people with the longevity
no, that's
who
not
follow a whole foods plant based, but that's going to be a bit
that's not
subjective.
that's not what I'm claiming. I'm claiming that a universe that is carnivore is happier. Like
In the context of what exactly?
so pain
Okay.
versus pleasure. So like in a carnivore universe, there's just going to be more creatures, and there's going to be as when you have more creatures, you have at least more potential. We can prove mathematically that it's definite, but you can see the potential of having more fun, right? One person in a universe is sad and lonely. Two is better, and the more creatures you have, the more fun you can have, the more interaction. Like you can.
I think it depends on the species. Like, not all species are societal like us or like chimps
Well,
and stuff.
I
like
think
that.
when it comes to happiness, are you saying only human level happiness?
You know, you could also technically argue that there could be more suffering in the universe, which would be a net negative the more creatures there are. So,
Oh shit! You found your debater. There you go. Straddle up.
I'm just
I
saying.
mean,
I'm just saying.
Wait,
I don't want to be this debate. I'm sorry.
Have you guys
I think it's just a bad thing to claim. Like, you cannot really measure it. You don't have many universes to actually watch and calculate if it's happier or less happier. And also, you don't have any measures for happiness. Any, at least, not at least objective measures.
Right. That's why it's mathematical. So in mathematics, we make a bunch of assumptions. Like we build a model, a simplified model. We agree on the model, we agree on the rules, we have axioms, and then we go
Yeah, but
forth.
these does
Oh.
not work for biological beings.
Oh,
Biological beings are not just mathematical. You know
okay,
that, right?
Nick.
Well, well,
So here's a
nothing is mathematical. Mathematics.
Yeah, but what I mean is they cannot be described easily with mathematics.
hold on.
If
Let's
they
go. Let's.
could, if they could, the scientists would have done it already, like 50 years ago or
Well,
something.
why don't you try to debate me? Wait,
Oh my god.
what just happened?
Who did that? What the hell?
We just moved to Trusted, so nothing really happened.
Okay.
Hold on, Nick.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is from the list of debates because I was just trying to understand which trying to understand a little bit more. So we have number 11, which is global warming is nothing but a woke mind virus. Number 13, education system is a scam. 15, smoking
Okay.
might be beneficial, so it should be recommended.
Oh, man.
This is so odd. Why
Ele-
those, man?
These are all hot takes. Like it feels
Really,
targeted,
they're
right?
They're
I
like
mean,
takes like my fucking uncle would do like on Thanksgiving. Like,
yeah,
global warming.
it
is,
looks like
woke
it's
scam.
targeted on this server. I don't know. It feels like,
Anyone who wants to debate any one of
or
these
at least against the left. Yeah, I mean,
any one of these topics, I can debate and we can have a good time. I stand behind every word, and I'm willing to roll back. I'm willing to change my mind. I'm open-minded. I'm not here to win. I'm here to
well,
find.
many people say this thing, but they don't actually follow through. So it's hard to trust people after like many debates. Right?
Damn, heartbroken. Trust shattered.
I mean, I've seen debates like I mean, even on YouTube
Let
and
me
stuff, but it's still bad. Like people try to win and not try to actually see the other perspective.
I agree.
So
I agree.
I mean, I kind of lost the hope.
let
I
me ask:
agree.
is it just to have hot takes, or
No.
Yeah, it
No.
Or is
seems to
this-
me like
oh,
that.
hold on? Is this what you
Yeah.
truly believe in, or just hot takes?
Yes. Yes. I truly believe. I mean, test me. You can stress test me. What do you mean truly believe? If I can, like, win, quote unquote, in a debate. I'm
Not
convinced.
It's not
win.
about winning.
It's yeah. So could you?
How
so,
else do you define believe?
Hold on. What do you mean by
Believe
15?
what-
Smoking should be encouraged.
Smoking is very healthy. Like everything else in the proper dosage. Everything has a dosage. You don't like go to the gym 24/7 because you're not going to survive that. You have to go to sleep, you have to eat, right? Everything has to be balanced. Smoking too has to be a part of a normal, healthy, balanced life.
What benefits does the smoking give you
The list is
aside from the
Stress
pleasure that you
relief or
get?
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Aside from that, what actual benefits that you think are healthy for you?
the list is actually very lengthy. For
Okay, give us
example,
examples. It's
sure. For example,
not a problem.
you actually take very deep breaths when you smoke.
That's a my. Oh no, man.
And
And
you-
more oxygen
What?
is more better.
Wait. Why do you want to take more deep breaths?
You actually oxygenate
really
your
good.
body when you smoke.
Yeah, but your body does that does that to compensate for its weakness and actually
That's not necessarily the case, though.
yeah, but it's probably the case. I mean,
Well,
why would your
hold on.
body stop doing that?
But even if you claim it gives you more like space in your lungs, but it doesn't really help unless you're doing something that actually promotes that. I don't think smoking kind of promotes a better lung system.
Yes,
I
it
think
does.
going for a jog is way better in all terms of this than putting like smoke, especially a black smoke, into your lungs to
Yeah.
like do something which doesn't really increase your lung capacity
Well, let's separate
at all.
variables. Well, you agree that if I just pretend I'm smoking, just take deep breaths, you agree that that is healthy, or do you disagree?
I'm agnostic.
I don't think it's.
Oh,
uh,
so okay,
it
so
is.
we have to figure
I mean,
that
it's
out.
it's weird.
I
Like
I don't
it's
know
nothing
if
that you
Yeah,
can believe,
Why
right?
don't you try to take a deep breath right now and tell me if you
that's no. That's just like if you do this and you do that, are you healthy? What I'm trying to say is, has there been any scientific studies between short
Yeah.
breathing people and long breathing people?
short breathing and long? Do you mean people who take deep breaths?
Like people who, yeah, like has there been any scientific studies between both individuals about this case?
Yeah, and they also need to study the smoker people that actually have more
What you-
deep breaths. Do
let's-
they have more oxygen or do they have less oxygen so that
It's not that.
they
No.
need to do that?
It's not about oxygen. Like when you're breathing normally, you get normal amount of oxygen. Having breathing more or trying to breathe more, to a certain extent, can be bad or can be good. I don't know. That's why I'm saying I'm agnostic about it. That's why scientific studies would kind of help in this case. I can say drinking causes, stress relief. Therefore, drinking is good.
Yes, I agree.
That's-
Drinking alcohol is good, of course, for many of the same reasons.
I think
Everything-
drinking alcohol in moderate amounts is not good, but it's okay. Like if you don't
It's a
exceed it,
personal
Yeah.
choice to
All right, but
consume.
yeah,
Uh,
you shouldn't exceed the amount that you probably should. I mean, depending on your body and maybe a dosage that is recommended by doctors, for example, or something like that.
Okay, but
But-
we can
Yeah.
separately debate alcohol.
Yeah.
It would be a separate item on the list. But anyway, so we have to first agree that breathing at all is healthy, right? If you hold your breath until you die, you would agree that it's unhealthy.
What?
but why?
Well,
Hold
it's a
on. Why are you going?
necessary function. It's
I'm-
not that
I'm
it's
just-
unhealthy.
I'm just stress
That's the
testing.
ridiculous
I'm just stress testing my claim, right? Let's take it to the
You-
limit. You said breathing deep. You're agnostic. So I'm saying, okay, let's not breathe. You agree that not breathing is
No,
terminal.
no.
No, no, I
agnostic-
think you misunderstood him. Yeah.
I was agnostic when it comes to like people who breathe short term, like quickly breathing, versus the people who take longer breaths within the life. I'm agnostic where those individuals have different like health related positives or negatives in terms of breathing.
Well, do you meditate?
It's from time to time, sure.
So when you meditate, are you conscious of your breathing?
Sure.
Do you?
Are you saying that anecdotal evidence is good evidence?
Yeah, of course. It's better than nothing.
Oh boy. Better than
the
nothing, but it's
okay,
not
let me-
something that you can
hold
base
on.
your conclusions on.
Do you know the hierarchy of evidence?
No, but I can retract if I'd rather not go down a rabbit hole like that. Because
No, it's just a simple question.
no,
If you know what
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay. Sure. It's just different forms of evidence or different forms of scientific consensus. If like anecdotal, it's the lowest form of evidence, and systematic reviews are the highest, right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure, I agree. That makes sense. But from my experience, it's incredibly. I feel much better, obviously, when I breathe, especially when I talk about breathing. The first thing I do is I notice that I'm not breathing, and I exhale and then inhale, and it feels much better.
Okay. Mr. Slave, can I say
Yes.
something?
Go ahead.
Yeah. The problem is that you're basing your whole claim or your whole idea on anecdotal evidence. And when you do that, you can really like prove, between quotations, prove anything. Like if you experience something and you can say, for example, I experienced some Holy Spirit, and then you say God is real or something like that. You can prove it, anything. It doesn't make sense to use this kind of evidence to
I
prove
mean,
anything, right?
no, I disagree.
It's entirely subjective.
Incorrect.
It's
Absolutely incorrect.
how
As our friend on the video said, there is a hierarchy. What you said, it's entirely. So you disagree with him, so you might as well debate him. You said entirely.
no. I said entirely subjective. I did not say entirely useless.
All right,
That
so it's not
is
entirely
not what I
useless,
meant.
so it's good enough. So it's
Yeah,
use it.
no. You jumped. See, you jumped here from it's not entirely useless to it's good enough.
Again,
There is this
you're-
jump is not justifiable here.
again, your debate
Do
I
you
is
see
think
what I
there is
mean?
I think the issue is what hold on, I'm really bad with name. I am the man is trying to say it's I think you're using a strawman fallacies.
I am
Straw
why?
manning.
What is the straw man?
Strawman, I'll tell you right now. So hold on. I'll give you on trusted text channel a graph which I use to point out the logical fallacies that some people
Oh,
may
I love
use
your
in
graph.
certain arguments. So for
Mhm.
example, when you check this image right now, if you check all the way in top left corner, it says strawman. I just
Yeah.
read the little description underneath it
can't.
just to understand.
I can't. You
Okay.
might as well read it out loud.
Yeah. So strawman, logical fallacy is misrepresenting someone's argument to make it easier to attack. So an example is after Will said that we should be nice to kittens because they're fluffy and cute. Bill said that William is mean jerk for wanting to be mean to poor defenseless puppies. Everyone loudly boos Will, drowning out the protest. That isn't what he said. He said at all. So basically, Will said we should be nice to kittens, and Bill said, "Well, you're making so that means that you don't like dogs." Not really, right? That's a strawman argument.
Okay. I disagree that it's a straw man. I mean, we could debate the example that they give. It sounds like there's problems in the example. I don't mind, but what am I
Mr.
saying?
Slave,
Yes,
you want to debate everything. That doesn't make sense. It will waste all our time. Like you should
Right.
really be sticking to something, right?
exactly. Which
And you should try to avoid logical fallacies because they are
So-
they make us go nowhere. Basically,
course.
No,
It's
logical
useless.
fallacies are good to have to understand the flow of the conversation.
Yeah, but I mean, when he should try to avoid doing them, not.
1 second. Who am I
understand.
debating? Because you guys are hogging the mic. I'm not getting any word ins, and we're just confusing ourselves. Because I asked, "How am I straw
Okay.
manning?" Well, let me speak, please. I asked, "How am I?"
Felix, tell him. Yeah.
I asked, "How am I
Okay.
straw manning?" Not what is a straw man.
Okay, so I'll show you an example that you used within
Sure.
shamaning me. So I said I am agnostic if breathing duration has any effect on the health, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what you said is, so are you saying you can hold your breath the whole time?
Yes.
That's a straw man.
No, I said let's stress test your claim. So let's take it all the way to the end. You could take my claim all the way to the end. It would give us, it would suggest, it would give us, more of a feel, where we actually stand. Because you're agnostic. I'm always also agnostic. I don't have a problem with that. But in my experience, it is delicious to breathe well. It is incredible to breathe well. It is mentally terrific. I feel physically terrific. Like after a gym workout, when my heart rate goes through the roof and I'm breathing perfectly, it's amazing. It feels just amazing. To tell me that I'm agnostic, that I should be agnostic because it's anecdotal, because that is stretching it. I mean, I find it very difficult to be agnostic to that feeling. And as far as I know, everyone feels terrific. That's why everyone exercises. So
It's not about
and
feeling, man. Yeah.
wait, who am I debating? Who's my interlocutor? I'm not gonna.
I don't know. Felix, do you
No,
want
no.
to debate him and I shut up? Should I shut
No,
up?
Kyle, you debate him. We never see you debate
Kyle went
Kyle.
for some
Can't attack
food.
him.
Kyle was typing to me. He went to get some food.
I'm only
Okay,
here
okay.
until 12. I'm here for 1 hour. So, I mean, 12 Eastern. It's just another half an hour, basically.
Sure.
I
Okay.
I don't feel like talking because I see this as potentially a useless conversation. I do apologize if I sound harsh.
Well, you
but
picked the
yeah.
topic, and this is just
No,
the
I was
first.
just questioning your topics because they sounded absurd. That's all.
Wait, so okay, who wants to debate me, and what is the topic?
I don't think
Uh,
anyone really wants to
I-
debate you.
Yeah, I just want to point out things that you are maybe causing misconceptions to you.
Yeah,
That's about it.
you've already attacked me personally again and
I
again, and
did
that for me is
not
a waste
attack
of
you. No, I don't.
and that for me is a waste of my time. So either you debate
How
me,
did I attack you?
okay, either you
I did not
debate
attack
me, either you debate me or not. I'm not gonna, be berated.
It's not about berating, man. I'm trying to help you.
No,
It's not about.
that's ad
It's not
hominem. I'm
an
not
attack
here.
on you.
That's ad hominem. Once you say you're trying to help me, that's ad hominem. I'm not here. I only represent an
What?
opinion. You can debate the opinion. I can represent the opinion. I'm not here. Don't help me. I'm not here to be helped.
Okay. Okay. If you're this angry, you should probably leave. Because yeah, you're making it much weirder than it should have been.
All right. So,
Yeah.
literal ad hominem. All right, guys. Have a nice day.
Thanks for
See ya.
hanging out.
Yeah, no problem. All right, that was bizarre. Okay, so Uncomfortable says that's ad hominem. That's ad hominem. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to help me. He doesn't want to debate me. He wants to help me. That's ad hominem. He's referencing the debater instead of the topic. That's literal ad hominem, and I'm not interested in that. He basically he didn't stop berating me since I entered the room. He refuses to debate. Every time it's for another reason, but he refuses to debate. And but he doesn't stop debating. He didn't let the other guy debate, kept interrupting, kept attacking me. Yeah. So I'm not going to stand for that. My time is valuable. I'm not going to waste my time being attacked. We're not going to talk about me. Don't talk. Yeah, they keep talking about me. or about logical fallacies. You should avoid logical fallacies. Yeah. No, no, no. I only want to discuss. Terrible. People are boring. Ah, my friend from Thailand is calling. Let me tell her that I'm not available. I can't message her. Ugh. 1 second, please. Where is she? Here. Baby, I'm on a call. There you go. All right. Anybody else needs me? Okay. Okay, so all right, anyway. And wait, Uncomfortable, why don't you join me? Everyone always shits on Mr. Slave. Yeah. Yeah. Especially when they're in a group and they have the same mindset and they feel I will sleep now. Okay, let me just tell her good night, baby. Good night, baby. With a bunch of smileys. Good night, baby. All right, so yeah, let's keep looking, I guess. I don't want to waste my time, but I mean, it is a good server, and it is the only. I mean, there's a few people left in Cal. I'm not gonna go back there. All right, let's go to Echo Chamber. Let me take the link again. The link is here and paste it here. And anyone up for a debate? Question mark. Paste. All right. Oh, vaping. What vaping does to the body, that is such nonsense. Vaping is the healthiest thing in the world. Anybody here? No one here. It's a big server with lots of emojis, but no one is there. Let's paste it, I guess. No, that's the feedback. And general chat. Paste. And that's my server. There's no. Okay, so there's no one and there's nothing. So fine, so be it. So I think what we should do is just review a video that I watched the other day. I think that's what I'll do. Learn the difference between copay. Okay. So I sent myself a message on Instagram. And this message is a video. That's actually an interesting video. Yeah, we can watch that. So how do we do this? Where's her YouTube? YouTube. Okay, so this is Macy Curran. I follow her because she's 6'10". She's really tall, and I love tall women. So, and then she has here story time, my rape story. It's like she only has 3 videos. Like, I don't follow her because she has a rape story. This is from 3 weeks ago. I follow her just because she's tall, and I find it extremely sexually enticing. 1 second, someone sent us a message on Discord. On Pig. Pig. Wait, there's a message? No. So, new mention. It says Pig, but I don't see anything. Maybe it's historical? I don't know. I mean, I should show you this. I don't see. I don't know why it's telling me that I have a message. Let's go back to her. Anyway, so it's an interesting story that she told.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Macy Curran, and today I'm going to be doing a story time about the time I was molested when I was a kid. So if trigger warning.
Yeah, I'm going to skip the
I'm
trigger
gonna be
warning.
if you're sensitive, I would. So basically, when I was young and dumb, I was 14, 15? No, I was 15. Everyone was downloading like dating apps and stuff, being 15, which is illegal because you have to be 18 to have Tinder and Bumble and all that stuff, right? So it was a whole shebang to get like
So she's 15 and she's downloading one of the dating apps.
a fake dating profile. Like be like, oh yeah, I'm 18, but I'm actually 15. Like it was a thing back then. It was not a smart thing, but it was. So I downloaded. I don't even remember what it
I'm skipping through.
was called, right? And I started messaging people off of that app. There was this one guy who was 25, and we were messaging, and I got to know him. He seemed like a decent person, but then he was like, "I want to meet up. I want to do this to you. I want to do that to you." And I got a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, but I wanted to be like straight up with him.
Obviously, I'm not going to judge her. I'm not judging anyone.
I was like, "Yo, I lied. I'm not 18. I'm actually 15."
So she told him she's 15. He's 25. I think she mentioned that.
And his response to that was, "Oh, I don't mind."
Oh, I don't mind. That means he's not into younger girls. He actually probably prefers older girls, maybe. I don't know why he would say I don't mind. Doesn't sound like the response of someone who has pedophilic tendencies that would say, wow, like would get excited from that. But hold on, let me check some comments in the comment section. So Uncomfortable says woke mind virus brutality attack. Yeah. It's sort of woke mind. We should stop calling it the woke mind virus because these guys, I wouldn't say they have anything to do with woke. It's just any people in a group would defend the group. It's like almost by definition, because of Darwinistic natural selection, every group that does not defend itself will not persist to exist. So every group must defend itself. Otherwise it would have ceased to exist. Every group, there has to be a glue, there has to be a survival mechanism causing the group to exist and to survive. Because the natural order of things is for groups to not exist. Why would people group together? So a group forms. There has to be some glue, and so once you go into a group, so it's group think. It has to be group think. Any group. This is true for any group that you will ever meet, including a family, an extended family, a nation, a city. City maybe not so much. A language, historical past, religion, certainly, profession, a company where you work at, a team where you work at inside a company, and so on. So any group, there has to be a glue, and you're gonna feel that glue when you try to attack. If the group would feel any form of attack, they will unite, they will super glue to each other and attack the offending mechanism. That's like my intuition. That is somewhere at the heart of groupthink and of this zombie mind virus. Because people, you could feel the zombiness. I mean, these are probably nice people on a normal day, but when I was attacking them. They felt that they were being attacked, so they attacked me, especially the guy with the, I guess, Arabic accent. He's he was super defensive, maybe because he is Arab speaking and he feels he needs extra glue or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Uncomfortable says, which of the pictures on the Mistress Lily website is Mistress Lily? They're all different. Yeah, none of them is Mistress Lily. Mistress Lily is off the grid. Yeah, you can never find her. Uncomfortable says, can you read the comments first? Yeah, of course. Sleep Space says, you're losing subs. Maybe stick to one niche for your channel. The niche is debates. And if there's no one to debate, I'll just review videos that I watch that have something to do with, with the drama, that resolve the drama somehow. Sure. I mean, ultimately, I just want to improve. I want to become a master debater. I want to be able to just, easily debate people on any topic, always be prepared on any topic that I believe in, have all the tools available, because I think debates are very powerful. For me, at least, I find them very, very practical, very useful. Like the other night, I was debating someone on what is science, what is math, and he claimed, I mean, especially science, he claimed that the universe is not composed of physical objects, but of mathematical functions. So I found that delicious, because I was able to use my conclusion from other debates that math is nothing but a game. It has nothing to do with reality, to prove to myself post debate. During the debate, I didn't figure it out, but after the debate, I figured out. Wait a minute, math is just a game. The universe cannot be composed of a game. It's like saying ultimately the universe is a soccer match. It's not even it's the rules of soccer. The universe at its fundamental constituents is the rules of soccer. That doesn't make any sense. Why? Why would the universe? What? But there's no distinction between math and the rules of soccer. Math is just a bunch of axioms and all the games you can play, following the assumption of these axioms. Same for soccer. You can play many, many soccer games based on the rules of soccer. So you can have, basically an infinite number of different games. In soccer, you can have many, many mathematical conclusions based on the axioms. That doesn't make math true or math related to reality more than soccer is related to reality. These are just games. These are made up imaginatory constructs. So when this guy claimed that reality is composed of mathematical functions, now I know what the response is. The response is math is just an imaginatory construct. Why would it be? How that doesn't make any sense. That the rules of soccer or the rules of math are the foundations of the universe. We invented math out of whole cloth. So that's the practical. So debates are actually very important for me to figure out the universe. It's very similar, I guess, to the peer review process or to being in academic settings that you can debate your students. Like when you teach, the reason when you teach you become so wise is because, the students are like, wait, what? They suddenly question what you'd never questioned. So as you teach, you have to defend your position or roll it back. But usually what you teach is what you were taught, and the teachers already went through this, so it's usually true. All you need to do is figure out, wait, what, this, I feel it's true, let me try and defend it. And then the more you defend it, the more you learn how to defend it, and you actually learn why really it is true and not just intuitively. So the same goes when you debate. When you debate something, you end up basically teaching it, so you actually improve your understanding of it. So you can intuitively say, yeah, smoking, I feel, is terrific, but now you have to actually debate it, and suddenly you realize, okay, intuition is one thing, but evidence and actually convincing is another thing. Therefore, long story short, my purpose is to just debate as much as possible, because it's just an amazing learning experience for me. It's terrific. It's the most efficient way to arrive at, the truths of the topics that I'm interested in. That's the reason. That's my niche. And if I'm losing subs, well, the subs I gained basically are people that came in the beginning, from Greg and from Alex. So most of them maybe are irrelevant, and we need those few that, actually felt what I am about, that I am ultimately, I love philosophy, I love science, I love math, I love logic, but I love them at a fundamental level. I don't like empirics. I don't like discussing this universe so much. I like discussing the foundations of all these ideas. Economics and all the sciences are just amazing. So if we cleanse ourselves of the others, I guess it's a good thing. I mean, I'm not here for the subs, I'm here for myself. So if we have no subs, that would be boring. But one, if I'm able to have a conversation with any one of you at any time, that's good enough. If you guys, that's why I love the comments. Any input from the comments is really, it's good. All right, let's go back to listening to her.
I don't care that you're underage. Macy, like, that's a red flag. Like, why did you keep going? Like, that's stupid. Like, I just look back and I'm like, what was going through my head, So then I was like, well, if you're okay with it, then I'm like, whatever, let's meet up. So he didn't want to meet up.
I understand what she's saying, but this could be true for women of all ages, and I guess men of all ages. Sometimes, I look back at certain girlfriends and I say, Jesus Christ, what was I doing with her? Or something like that. Like, especially if you end up having kids and marrying someone that you never really intended and basically destroy your life. This can happen to anyone. So anyone can make mistakes. I mean, around sexuality, around anything, we all make mistakes. Sometimes these mistakes have dire consequences and we destroy our lives. Sometimes we commit suicide. Sometimes we just destroy our lives. So I understand what she's saying, that she's 15, right? So obviously the younger we are, the more susceptible we are. Yeah, but this never goes away. We always make mistakes, and we always look back and say to ourselves, "What was I thinking? How dumb could I have been?" More comment. Sleep Space says, "Have you checked out Dr. Stephen Greer work?" No. If you Stephen Greer. Have you mentioned this before? Stephen Greer. Let me look it up. Stephen Greer. Is this how you spell Stephen Greer? Steven Greer. Steven Greer. Stephen Greer. Stephen Macon Greer. 1955 is an American ufologist who founded the Center for the Study of Extraterrestrial Intelligence, CSETI. That's a good thing. And the Disclosure Project, which seeks the disclosure of alleged classified UFO information. I don't think he's. I would never need that. I don't think there's. I don't think there's any classified UFO information, but it's a good thing to always ask the government to disclose any information. The government shouldn't have anything that we don't have access to. So was born Charlotte. He claims he saw an unidentified flying object close range when he was 8. Very unlikely. It's very unlikely. Is he a professor? What's his academic credentials? I'm sorry for, asking for academic credentials, but it doesn't sound good. When somebody says something so bizarre, then he claims he saw another UFO. Well, and does he have any evidence? Trained as transcendental meditation? That's not a good thing. These are not good indicators. And served as director of meditation organization. Received BS degree biology from Appalachian State. MD. What is M? Wait, he's a doctor? Queens. James Quillen College of Medicine, East Tennessee State. He received his Virginia medical license. Emergency room physician, retired physician, favors ufology. Yeah, the fact that he's a doctor, he's not. They don't teach doctors to be good scientists. Doctors are not good scientists. They don't go into the philosophy of science, so it's a problem. Ufology, extraterrestrial. Yeah, I don't think I have anything in common with him. Greer co-produced Sirius, a documentary detailing his work hypotheses regarding extraterrestrial life and government cover-ups. I don't like that. Government cover-ups. Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Film was Directed and narrated by and covers Greer 2006 book Hidden Truth, Forbidden Knowledge. The movie premiered. I don't know. That doesn't sound interesting. There's a dime a dozen like him. They have no evidence. All the evidence is that it's just birds and balloons and boring stuff. So sorry. On YouTube, no, I'm not. I'm too busy for that. I'm sorry. I'm not interested. He doesn't sound scientific. He doesn't sound rigorous. He's hand waving. Too much hand waving. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
During the day, right? Because then he would get caught and go to jail because he's fucking with a 15-year-old, type deal. So I decide to sneak out of my house at like 1 a.m. middle of the fucking night to meet this 25-year-old man. He brings me back.
Okay, it's 10 years difference. I mean, I understand that she's legally underage, but at 15 she's post-pubescent. I don't know how tall she was at that point, but all right, let's continue.
To his place. Now, I don't know if you know, but once I go somewhere, it's like locked in my head. Like, I know exactly where you live, and I can get there now, which is something he fucked up with that shit. He done fucked up. That information probably fucked him in the end, He brings me back, and then he was like, do you want something? As in, you want a beer? You want a soda? And I was like, sure. So he goes downstairs, and he brings me a beer, and it's already open. It is already open.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that he already opened, and she says he probably drugged her.
That was a red flag that I just, so I continue to drink said open beer that he gives me.
1 second, we have comments. Let's read some comments. RT the brand, UFOs can probably shapeshift. No, stop it. That's nonsense. Look, there is evidence of an actual UFO visitation that humanity experienced, and that was Oumuamua a couple of years ago. And there's a professor from Yale. He wrote a book, and he made it very famous. And he proposed that it's alien tech, and all the evidence, all the scientific evidence, is that it's legit alien tech. So yeah, that's scientific. Anything else is garbage, as far as I'm concerned. Basically, I mean, whatever he stamps, I usually stand behind. I know his work very well. His name is like Avi Laib or something. He was the head of the astronomy department at Yale or at Harvard. Like no nonsense guy. The most publications ever, the most scientific publications ever. This guy is a machine. He churns them out like these papers, like unbelievable rate, or something like that. Anyway, really, really terrific guy. Has a lot of support from the public. His understanding of science very, very. I mean, basically perfect. The basically how I see science. Except for he believes in global warming, which is very sad. He probably never looked into global warming. Anyway, next comment. The Uncomfortable Truth says, Mr. Slave's favorite not your everyday Ashley take is that the aliens created the pyramids. He loves that. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, there's no explanation for the pyramids except for aliens came in with spaceships. And yeah, did what? What, the spaceships lifted the rocks? The spaceships carved out the rocks? So she says it's a generator. It's an energy generator. How is it an energy generator? These are just rocks. That does not, nothing makes any sense. Why would aliens come here and use their spaceships or their alien tech? I mean, even if you, in order to pick up a rock, like one of those rocks are huge. These rocks are the size of buses. Imagine a rock the size of a bus. What spaceship can lift that? And it doesn't make any sense. I mean, nothing makes any sense. Or what technology can lift that? Why would you build such a technology? I mean, you usually build, as humanity progresses, we're moving into nanotechnology and we're building with smaller and smaller components. we're basically building. The next step is to use like, what do you call it? Like, they print. The next step is to print constructions. That makes the most sense, to just print it. Just take soil, add water, mix it up somehow, and add maybe concrete or whatever, and then just print a building. That's the next step, I guess, of construction, or maybe prefab, maybe build a factory. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they build with huge rocks? Nothing makes any sense. And there's a simple explanation of how all these things were built. I know it's difficult to believe that humans can move these bus-sized rocks, but there is a guy who actually, that's what he does. I think he's like a civil engineer or something. So he actually built machines from wood that single-handedly he shows how he can lift bus-size rocks. So, and of course, carving them out. That's just many people using a chisel to carve out these huge rocks. I mean, it's just a lot of work. And remember, these pyramids were built during hundreds of years, day and night, for hundreds of years, intergenerational projects. I mean, and anyway, I know it's amazing when you look at it and you're saying, Jesus Christ, how do they do it? Yeah, it's like looking at an ant. What do you call the ants that build huge constructions? Termites. Termites build huge constructions, like the size of it could reach the size of a giraffe. Giraffe or giraffe? And inside it's so intricate and it's so strong, and I mean, you could argue, how do they do it? If you just come and see it, how do they do it? They must have a brain, or they. No, it's just an emergent, whatever. It's explainable. We can explain it away, actually, using very simple rules. So very simple and few assumptions. We can explain many, many weird phenomenon, including, I mean, the most amazing phenomenon is the human brain. So people used to think, oh, must be God. It's so complex. Must be God. No, we can explain it using evolution, and there's actually evidence for this. I mean, the most impressive piece of machinery in the universe is the human brain. Basically, everyone agrees. So, and that we know today, basically, it's a product of evolution. It's really, very simple rules produced the most complex machine in the universe. So the pyramids, that's gonna challenge us? I think not. Yeah. So, and every day, Ashley, I couldn't convince her. I couldn't get her to move on beyond that point. She kept saying, "No, no, no, no. We have evidence of aliens, so we don't." So she denied the Fermi paradox. She says there is no paradox because aliens were here, and that's it. So we don't need to ask the question, where is everyone? Because everyone has already visited us. So there you go. So that was a complete waste of time, I guess. Not a complete, but a big waste of time to talk to Ashley about that, and Fermi paradox, and we never were able to talk about the Walkman virus. Anyway, RT the brand says, yeah, he was on Joe Rogan. Yeah, I never listened to Joe Rogan. I don't appreciate Joe Rogan. I find him excruciatingly boring. Except for the clips, sometimes the clips are good, like when he interviews Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson is okay, kind of interesting. When he interviews Elon Musk, it's interesting. There's a few guests, but most of the time I find him really boring. I don't see why people like him. ORT the Brain says, my personal theory about pyramids is that humans were 3 times stronger than they are today. You don't need that. You just don't need it. You don't need you don't need extra assumptions to explain what you can explain without the assumptions. You're just complicated. It's called Razor. What's his name with the razor? who's razor? Like the foundations of science are based on a razor. Science razor. What is the science razor? What's his name? Occam's. Occam's razor basically says that. So Occam's razor says that if you can basically, I'm going to paraphrase, if you can explain something with less assumptions, it's better. It's more scientific. It's just a definition. Like it's better. It's just a definition. It's not objectively better. It's just we define it as better, as simpler, as correct. We define it as correct. Like, what's the definition of the word correct? So the definition of the word correct is the simplest explanation to something. Basically, that's what he says. And the simplest explanation, basically what he says is the one with the least assumptions. So you don't need the assumption. All you need is, if you can have 3 times more people if you need them. But again, there's a video of a guy on YouTube single-handedly lifting huge rocks, huge slabs, no effort. Maybe we should just show it and then we'll end the show today because there's no one to debate. Maybe tonight we'll have someone to debate. Let me share this and let's go find this guy. Moving huge rocks by hand. Yeah, that's good. By hand. Yeah, this guy. Check it out. Speed.
Nobody knows how they did it, how they moved and raised Stonehenge. Nobody knows how they did it, how they moved and stood these massive stones. It's a scientific mystery. This man swears he's cracked. He's building his own Stonehenge in his Flint, Michigan backyard to prove it. Wally Wellington's not a scientist, but he knows a thing or two about moving rocks.
That's a 300-pound block. That's a 1,600-pound block. Not too difficult.
He's a retired construction worker whose passion is moving heavy items.
A retired construction worker, like a total nobody. And he disproves single-handedly what probably most people on this planet, I don't know about most, but a lot of people believe. All right, so RT says there are passages in the Bible stating that people live to 500 years old, implying superior genetic structure. There are passages in the Bible stating many things that even contradict themselves, that make no sense. I am, the Bible is basically, it's mythology. It's just like saying Greek mythology has many statements about, many gods. That's meaningless. There's no evidence. I mean, there is some evidence for some of the Bible, but especially the backstory of the Bible, like the Genesis part, the beginning of Genesis, the backstory of the Bible itself. In the Bible, like the beginning of the Bible, you can tell it's a backstory. They go through it very fast. Whoever wrote it just zips through it. And of course, there's no evidence for any of those things, basically. Like you could say for the rest of the Bible, there is some evidence here and there. I mean, it appears that like Jewish type people lived in that vicinity or something a couple of thousands years ago. Yeah, I mean, more or less. There is evidence, more or less, but for the backstory of the Bible is basically like ancient mythology, and maybe it even resembles the Assyrian mythology, or maybe even Hammurabi's mythology. It's like it's a mixture, like all things. It's just a mixture. It's an evolution. It's an evolution of a mythologies are evolve, right? Mythologies evolve. The Bible evolved. The whole religion and all the religions evolved. So I mean, we could go through each and every statement in the Bible that you wanna like test, and we can stress test it and see, okay, what's the evidence for it? What do the experts say? and that's it. I mean, the Bible. Look, the Bible is a good book. It's a great book. If you read it like a newspaper, like this is an ancient text. People, it should give you an indication of how people used to think, and you can think, wait, why did they think like this? Why did they think like that? It's good. It's good. It's a good exercise to figure out why people used to think in certain ways. Why people used to have. Now you can think of the Bible as a legal document, and then you can ask, wait, why did their legal system look like this? What caused it? Right, legal systems evolve, so you can ask, why did their legal system evolve like that? There's actually a professor. The son of Milton Friedman. He's like actually a physicist who turned to become an economist and then a legal expert. And his expertise in the legal field is that of ancient legal systems. And he has lectures where he shows that, and he writes books about this, that ancient legal systems, they came to solve ancient legal problems. And for every ancient legal, every ancient system, every ancient society, you had certain problems you had to solve, and the legal system came to solve. So, for example, why do you not? This is my favorite revelation as of late. The Bible doesn't punish rapists. The punishment for a rapist is to marry the woman that he raped. So you're like, Jesus Christ, wait, what are you talking about? Like, you don't punish, you actually give him a gift? And then you ask yourself, wait, so if let's stress this. Let's take it all the way to the end. Let's say we execute every rapist. Well, if you execute every rapist, then the rapist now once he raped, there's no reason for him not to murder his victim, because if he gets caught, then he's going to be prosecuted and executed for the rape. So he might as well murder the girl, because now he's reducing the probability of being caught, because this is right. She's not gonna tell on him. So you're just causing rapists to become murderers. You're harming the girls at the end of the day. So, and stuff like that. So, like, people think, oh, let's punish. No, when you punish, you are creating incentives for certain behaviors, which, like, unintended consequences. You did not intend for rapists to become for them to also murder their victims, but you did it by incrementing the punishment for the crime of rape. Anyway, I think we'll stop here because I need to go kill myself. So I'll see you guys tonight, 11 p.m. Hopefully, we'll be able to debate someone. So have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your life, and goodbye.